Behind every successful game, there is a less successful ripoff, but some of these ripoffs are just so bad you have to wonder why they even bothered to make them. What's up guys, my name is Bernsey, and today we're counting down the top 10 worst video game ripoffs ever created. Let's get started. We are running a $200 Amazon gift card giveaway the entire month. All you have to do to enter is like this video, be subscribed, turn on your notifications, and comment why you want to win with your Twitter handle attached. I will announce the winner at the end of the month on Twitter. Number 10. Another Bound. This first-person shooter managed to take everything wonderful about Metroid Prime and make it awful. While this one at least gets a little bit of credit for being slightly fun, the only reason it's fun is because it's literally just Metroid Prime, which is one of the best FPS games ever made. Thankfully, Another Bound is free to play, so it avoids being higher on this list since the developers aren't trying to make any money off their super original game. But things definitely aren't going to get better from here. Number 9. Zelda, The Linked Swords. Can you tell what this game is ripping off just from the title? Because you definitely should be able to. This was a mobile game where you played as a silent character in a tunic trying to save the Princess Zelda. The most insulting part about this game is the fact that no one actually knows how long it is because the first screen is impossible to get past. Is there only one screen? Is the game much longer? Do we ever save Definitely Not Zelda from Definitely Not Ganon? I guess the world will never know, but if you ask me, that's probably a good thing. Zelda is one of the most popular and most successful games in video game history, so if you're gonna copy it, why not just go 100% of the way? Number 8. Classic Robo War. How lazy do you have to be with your ripoff that the game description is just the Mega Man X description with the word robot in place of Mega Man? Well, up next we have Classic Robo War, a mobile game that did just that. The game is a straight ripoff of Mega Man with worse physics and level design. However, it's worth a good laugh to try to read the description of this garbage out loud. Just listen to this. Robot plays similar to its predecessor series Robot, but with various new features. Robot has the ability to dash along the ground at any time, which is very similar to the original slide move from the original, but with better accurate controlling. Cling to walls and wall jump, and dash and jump at the same time, increasing his speed in the air. This all gives Robot more mobility than his classic counterpart. These modifications make it easier to go through the majority of the game without using any other gun than the default, which is different from previous Robot games where players were more inclined to rely on weapons won in previous fights against boss characters in previously conquered stages. Yeah, someone actually wrote that. A more accurate description might be Classic Robo War, a complete ripoff of Mega Man X. It's literally the same thing, only worse. Pick it up today, you're gonna hate it. Number 7. Pokeballs Training. Have you ever wanted to practice your Pokemon Go ball throwing skills without having to use any of your actual Pokeballs? Well, look no further than Pokeballs Training, which is just a straight ripoff of the actual catching part of Pokemon Go. Well, actually don't do that, because despite the fact that this game is trying to be a training ground for you to practice your Pokemon Go skills, the physics are completely different, meaning that all the practice that you get in this app is useless once you actually go out and try to catch something. And who actually needs practice for catching things in Pokemon Go? It's pretty straightforward. Number 6. Mole Kart. That's right, Mole Kart. Have you ever wanted to play Mario Kart but without all of the characters and music you love, and minus the good gameplay? Well, I've got the game for you. Mole Kart managed to rip elements from Mario Kart Wii and just reskin some of the characters while claiming it was something original. I'm not fooled. The tracks, the item boxes, and items themselves were all straight ripped from Mario Kart, forcing Nintendo to file a DMCA notice. However, Mole Kart actually managed to stick around because after all the DMCA, they just changed some of the colors and textures in the game and everything was fine. What? How does that work? You're telling me that Nintendo is fine with people blatantly stealing their content as long as they slightly alter the visual flair of it? That doesn't make any sense to me. Nintendo throws a fit whenever a YouTuber tries to upload their game. But you can just make a game that's exactly the same and everything's fine? I don't understand. Number 5. Sword Requiem. One of the best RPG series ever is Fire Emblem, and if you haven't played them, I highly recommend that you go pick them up. But if you have played Fire Emblem, Sword Requiem is probably going to look a little bit familiar to you. Aside from the title making no sense at all, Sword Requiem steals everything. Everything except the characters themselves from Fire Emblem. The gameplay, the art style, the progression, everything. But not the characters. That would just be too much stealing. We are starting to learn that you can steal from someone as long as it's not stealing too much. I'm starting to wonder if all this stealing these companies do is even worth it. Are they even making money on these terrible games? I would never play them. Number 4. Final Combat. It's gonna get a little bit more ridiculous here. Have you ever wanted to play a class-based shooter with unique characters, abilities, and objectives that definitely isn't Team Fortress 2? Well, look no further than Final Combat. This game is literally just Team Fortress 2. It just has worse graphics, gunplay, and uninteresting stereotypes in place of lovable characters from Valve's online shooter. Also, I have to bring up the fact that Final Combat is not free to play, but Team Fortress 2 is. Why would you rip off a free-to-play game but then charge for it? What's stopping people from playing the free original? I don't understand the thought process behind these awful rip-offs. Their argument is basically, hey, you like Team Fortress 2? Come play our game. It's exactly the same, only it costs money. Out of curiosity, I wanted to find out how much this game sells for, but I could not find it on Amazon, nor could I find it in the Steam store. So it looks like it doesn't even exist anymore, which is probably a good thing. However, I was curious to see how much it would cost. Even if it was a quarter, you're getting overcharged. Number 3. The Legend of Titan. Speaking of ripping off online shooters featuring unique characters, abilities, and objectives, we have The Legend of Titan coming in at number 3. A blatant ripoff of Blizzard's wildly popular FPS, Overwatch. This game is such an obvious ripoff of Overwatch that once videos of it started being uploaded to YouTube, Activision actually started claiming them because they thought it was their property. Wow, that is impressive. That is very impressive. Imagine making a game that was such a blatant ripoff that the owners of the actual IP get confused and think that your game is actually theirs. I'm not sure if I should be mad or if I should start clapping. I mean, that is really impressive. The developers for The Legend of Titan were actually asked in an interview why everything was so similar to Overwatch, to which they responded by stating that the current build was just a test, and that it's all just placeholders and that the final game will be, quote, much more original. Nice try, guys. This is an Overwatch clone, plain and simple. Number 2. Pocket AllStar Smash Bros. I don't really understand what this game is trying to do. It has the name ripped from Super Smash Bros., the characters ripped from Super Smash Bros., but the game itself is ripped straight from Fire Emblem. Pocket All-Star Smash Bros. Follows Mario and Luigi as they team up with other Nintendo characters to do battle with teams of Nintendo villains in turn-based strategy fights. The game looks nice, but how hard is it to make a nice looking game when you're literally just stealing assets and character models from Nintendo? If you want to play Smash Bros., play Smash Bros. If you want to play Fire Emblem, play Fire Emblem. But don't play Pocket All-Star Smash Bros. It's just really bad and obviously not original. Poor Nintendo, it seems like people steal from them all the time. I mean, they have some amazing games, but video game development is about creativity. And these people making these ripoffs are not creative. They're just trying to make a quick buck, get rich quick, and hope no one notices they have no clue what they're doing. And coming in at number 1 for the top 10 worst video game ripoffs of all time is Lovely Warriors of Friendship. Yeah, that's a badass name. Lovely Warriors of Friendship. But seriously, I don't know how this game even made it as far as it did. Lovely Warriors of Friendship is a fan-made crossover game that didn't pay a single cent for the rights to use different characters, but was still greenlit on Steam. How? To be honest, I don't even know how many franchises it steals from. But just at a quick glance, I see My Little Pony, Angry Birds, Pokemon, Shovel Knight, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, for some reason, and the list just goes on and on. The game was actually sold on Steam for a while until the developer got hit with a DMCA takedown from Hasbro. I'm shocked that's all they got. I was expecting to read about a lawsuit or at least a fine. The lesson that we seem to be learning today is that if you know how to develop video games and you're not creative, you can just steal from other popular games, try to make as much money as possible before they take your game down. If I was the CEO of a video game company and I had all the money at my disposal, I would bring these amateurs to court just for fun. And that concludes our list for the top 10 biggest video game ripoffs. My name, of course, is Bernsey. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you learned something today. If you'd like to see more videos, there's a playlist down below for your viewing pleasure. If you'd like to submit your own ideas for future videos, click the link below. My name once again is Bernsey. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Have yourself a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. We are running a $200 Amazon gift card giveaway the entire month. All you have to do to enter is like this video, be subscribed, turn on your notifications, and comment why you want to win with your Twitter handle attached. I will announce the winner at the end of the month on Twitter.